They end up over number 2, the score 7 without loss. Remember, you can follow the score live on Quick HQ. Let's type it in your search engine, whether it's Google, any smartphone. And you can follow the live scores from there. And if you want to see live video, follow Tobago Sports Live. The starting team, the playing 11 for the Tobago Marlins: Orlando James, he's the vice captain; Kellen Lynch, Dejon Charles, Kevin Samuel, Ansel Ned, Ezekiel Joe Field, Keyshawn Dillon, Leon Lezama, Jason Prasad, Ashton Pierre, and Josh Telemac. Ansel Ned, the captain. Starting team for the Trinidad Premier 11, Captain Adrian Ali, Kyle Ramdu, Camille Puran, Rajiv Ramnath, Tishon Castro, Navin Bedesi, Namir C. Paul, Ricky Jai Paul, Sharon Lewis, Dexter Sween, and Sienna Hackett. At the end of over number 3, the score 9 without loss.
Straightforward thing. I think I'm being expensive. Ready? Sorry. Wait. Let me just talk.
All right, let me say a special good morning to viewers on Tobago Sports Live. The name is Marcus Daniel, and thanks so much for all those who tuned in so far. Already 4 overs completed, 14 without loss. Tobago Marlins batting. This is Sharon Lewis. Sharon Lewis operating for the Trinidad Premier 11, and that's a wide. Now takes the score to 15. So in case you're just joining us, this is the first of 3 matches between these 2 teams. Tobago Marlins, of course, you can call them the Tobago senior team. A team selected out of the recently held 40 overs and T20. And the opening batters here for Tobago Marlins on strike right now is Jason Posad out of Club Crusoe, the captain of Club Crusoe this season. And on striker is Ashon Pear, a man from CMB United. And that's a really good shot there by Posad, and that moves the score now to 16 without loss. And Posad, he moves to 7. Had a really good season for Club Crusoe. He scored in excess of 150 runs in the 40 overs. Didn't score much in the T20. I'm sure he's looking to make the best of this opportunity representing the Tobago Marlins team. Ashon Pear had an okay season for CM United, a hard-hitting opening batsman. Loves ball coming onto the bat. And we have Sharon Lewis operating here for the Trinidad Premier 11. And as I said before, the Tobago team selected out of the Tobago 40 overs and T20. And similarly, this Trinidad Premier team selected out of the 50 overs and the T20 blast. Some really good talent on show here. Team led by Adrian Ali. He's the wicketkeeper at this time. Of course, I must give commendation to the gong staff here at the Shaw Park Recreation Gong. We had some downpour this morning, just before the start of play, and we had a situation where we had a waterlogged run-up, and they would have worked really hard in getting the run-up suitable for play. Show here the starting team. Captain Adrian Ali. You also have Kyle Ramdu, Camille Puran, someone you want to keep your eyes on today. Another single. In fact, it's going to be a leg by single here by umpire Lester Adding. And that's going through the playing 11 for the Trinidad Premier team. Premier 11. Rajiv Ramnath, Tishon Castro, Navin Bidesi, Name Sipal, Ricky Jaipal, Sharon Lewis, Dexter Sween. The playing 11 for the Trinidad Premier. That's a good delivery there by Sharon Lewis. And so if you are following the CPL, saw him picked up. I can't remember the franchise he is going to be playing with as an emerging player. The really good talent is Sharon Lewis, and that's the end of over number 5. And at the end of over number 5, Tobago Marlins are being inserted after losing the toss. They are now 18 without loss. Jason Passad on 7 and Ashon Pierre on 5. So you just saw Sharon Lewis from the complex end, picked up by the TKR for this upcoming CPL. And Dexter Sween will continue from the pavilion end. A good shot there by Passad. I get one, looking for 2 certainly, and they're going to get them easily. As I said, Passad, a really good season with Club Crusoe in the 40 overs tournament, so he loves the longer format. The captain of Club Crusoe. And very shortly we're going to have a conversation with the national coach, our national coach, Mr. David Furlong. He's here, and looking at the players. Of course, these matches are what I call a trial series. Another quick single taken. This is really good running between the wickets, between Passad and Pierre. Something that we really not associated with Tobago players in terms of running between the wickets, and we have seen from this pair so far good communication, good judgment, and takes a score now to 21 into over number 6. 40 overs, game reduced to 40 overs. Should have been a 50-over contest, but as I mentioned earlier, had a downpour just before the start of play. That's a cracking shot there by Ashon Pierre. Oh, I told you that he's an attacking player. He loves scoring in boundaries. A man from CMB United. And when he gets off, it's really, really destructive. And no doubt, if he stays there for any period of time, I can tell you that the Tobago Marlins team will be very, very happy because he gets them very quickly. A lovely shot there. Ball just pitched up out of the off stump, and Pierre free in his arm. And that takes the score now to 25. Pierre now on to 9. And that's one. It hits again down the ground this time. Is he going to get 4? Yes, 1 bounce into the boundary. Ashon Pierre, he's a man always on a mission, always seems to be in a hurry. He's now calling for a bat. He hits it very hard. Man from Mason Hall, Tobago. Ashon Pierre, still in his mid-20s, but he loves scoring in boundaries. He loves the medium pacers, and I can tell you that. And he takes the score now to 29 without loss. Ashon Pierre on 13. This is a really decent start by the Tobago Marlins team after being inserted by the Trinidad Premier 11. I know the Tobago team very much familiar with this Shore Park pitch and the atmosphere here. Sometimes in fact, most times you'll want to win the toss and have a bat first because of the humid conditions at this Shore Park Recreation Ground. I can tell you, Coach John Pollard, he'll want to see a really good start by these two openers, and they have gotten off to a really good start. Starting team. The starting team, in fact, they play in 11 for the Tobago Marlins team. Orlando James, and let me say congratulations to Orlando James. He has been selected for the National Under 17 team and also the National Under 19 team. So he has a busy schedule over the next 2 months. Orlando James out of Wim Tobago. He's in this squad. He's also the vice captain of this Tobago Marlins team. Ashon Pierre getting refreshed there. back-to-back boundaries. Let's see what Dexter Swing can do. How will he respond to those boundaries? That's a good comeback there by Dexter Swing. He pulled his length back a bit there. That one moved just a bit off the seam and taken nicely there by the shortest man on the field. That's the captain, Adrian Ali. So the starting team for the Tobago Marlins: Orlando James, Kellen Lynch, Dejon Charles, Kevon Samuel, Captain Ansel Ned, Ezekiel Jofield, Keyshawn Dillon, Leon Lezama. Pierre is putting this one high. This one is going to go. In fact, it's going to go for the first 6 of the match. What a shot there by Ashton Pierre. Off the back foot. That's a big one. This is turning out to be a big over here by the Tobago Marlins. Pierre has taken a liking there to Dexter Sweeney. That one was cracked off the back foot. Over long on a big shot there by Ashton Pierre. I told you he loves operating in boundaries. When he hits them, they stay hit. At the end of over number 6, they score 35 without loss. Ashton Pierre now on 19 from 20 balls, 3 fours and 1 6. And Jason Passard still there on 10, 35 without loss. At the end of over number 6, score 35 without loss. Ashton Pierre on 19, Jason Passard on 10. Lewis to continue. And the batters are looking much more short here. Passard, the right-handed batter there. Lushed outfield here at the Shore Park Recreation Ground. Sharon Lewis operating here for the Trinidad Premier team from the Shore Park complex end. Fasad is pulling this one down to fine leg. Single taken, that's fielded there by Sween. Single there to Jason Passard. That takes his score now to 36 without loss over number 7. A really good start here by the Tobago Marlins. And 40 overs. No doubt they will want to get in excess of 240 runs. A trial series, the head coach of the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force team, he's here. We're going to hear from him shortly. His thoughts on these 3 matches here at the Shore Park Recreation Ground. A wide signal there by umpire Lester Harding. And don't forget you can share the live. I want to thank Tobago Sports Live for being here today, showcasing the talent of Tobago and of Trinidad as well. And the sun is out in all its glory. No sight of rain. We expect to have a full 80 overs on today. And that's a good delivery there by Lewis. And the pitch seemed to be on the slow side of things. We have had rain throughout the week, and I can't help but continue to give commendation to the ground staff here at the Shore Park Recreation Ground. We are well into the rainy season, so it's expected that there are going to be challenges with the preparation of the pitch, but they would have done well in getting this one ready for these 3 matches. That's a good delivery, and in fact, well played there by Pierre. They get one, looking for two, and 2 runs taken once again by Pierre. Of course, appreciated there by the teammates, the Marlins. This team has been in preparation for just over 2 weeks here at the Shore Park Recreation Ground under the watchful eyes of Coach John Pollard. Marlins would have traveled some 2 years ago to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and ever since then this team has been together. That's a good delivery there by Sharon Lewis, and but equally well played there by Ashon Pierre. So this Marlins team, of course, put together by the Tobago Cricket Association, coached by John Pollard, had a really successful tour of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And if all goes well, I think they will be returning to St. Vincent and the Grenadines later this year. If not, they're going to come here. A no ball signal here by umpire Lester Harding. And you know, once you are playing limited overs cricket, a no ball signal, we're going to have a free hit. So we have a free hit coming up now. Signal there by umpire Lester Harding, and you see the signal there for the free hit. And the man on strike, the right man on strike for a free hit if you are the Tobago Marlins. Of course, they can't change the field once the batter remains on strike. The batter, that is, who would have faced that free hit, or that no ball, sorry. So let's see how Lewis will operate for this free hit. That's swinging in, and he fails to make good connection there. Is Ashon Pierre. He swings very hard, and that looks to be the end of over number 7. Yes. And let me shout out to all those on the Tobago Sports Live. A shout out to Nathan Stewart. I know he is currently in the US. Good morning to you, Mr. Nathan Stewart. Shout out to Antonio Providence. Antonio Providence currently in the UK. Yes. Emil Telemark and Keishon Dillon. I'm not too sure why Keishon Dillon is on this live. He's playing today. Keishon Baba Dillon. Yes, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. And of course, thanks for sharing the live. A really good start here by the Tobago Marlins team. Excellent start. I'm not too sure I can keep up this commentary for 40 overs, so I'm going to be in and out. But of course, before I make my departure here, I want to have a conversation with the national coach, Mr. David Furlong. So we're going to have a bowling change. Namir Supol, he's going to take up the attack from the pavilion end. He looks to be an off-break bowler. We're going to have over number 8 here now. It's going to be interesting to see how these two batters This is a really good start here by C. Paul and Jason Passard, very watchful. This is the first over by C. Paul. That's a lovely shot there by Jason Passard. One bounce into the boundary. That's a 4 more runs to Tobago Marlins and Jason Passard. Very watchful for the first 4 deliveries, but that one was pitched a little fuller. And it enabled Jason Passard to free his arms and he got a boundary there and takes the score now to 44. Without loss. This is an excellent start by the Tobago Marlins. That's at the end of over number 8. And Tobago Marlins being inserted. They have 44 without loss. An excellent start to Jason Passard and Ashon Pay. Right, so as I said before, guys, I have next to me. Of course, you can't see us on camera, but of course, you can hear our voices. Let me say a special welcome to Tobago once again. Of course, the national coach of the Red Force team, Mr. David Furlong. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning to you.
Yes, good afternoon, sir. Yes, nice to have you with us here in Tobago once again. How are you enjoying the atmosphere here?
It's nice, man. It's competitive. It's good to see cricket being played. Sun is out. Which is good. Doubtful at the start of this morning if they didn't play at all, but it's nice to see that we're able to get in a game today.
Yeah. Coach man, we have 3 matches here in Tobago. A Trinidad Premier 11 against the Tobago senior team. Expectations from these matches?
We're looking to see the performances of both teams, of players of both teams. What is happening? We're looking to widen the pool of players currently training for the Super 50 tournament to make it more competitive, and want to give other guys, opportunity to show their talent and make themselves available for selection in the upcoming games in November.
It looks like we have a bowling change from the complex end. Yes, the complex end. I'm going to get that bowler's name for you in a bit. That's a lovely shot there by Ashon Pierre. I told you love medium pace or pace bowling, but trust me, he loves all bowling. That's another good shot there, good cricket shot. What an introduction there for Jai Paul, a new bowler from the complex end. These Tobago Marlins openers, they seem to be in some serious form. Coach man, your thoughts on these 2 openers, Pierre and Jason Passard?
The running between wicket has been good between both of them. They have been positive in their play. I think they're a little happier now with how the wicket is playing, a little more comfortable. And it's good to see, get a good start and hopefully, they could get the team to a big total.
Yeah. What's your take when it comes to Tobago and Tobago's cricketers? Because I asked a question. In Trinidad, there are different levels of cricket. You have the Premiership, you have zonal, then you go down to what you call in the rural areas. Yeah. Right? In Tobago, we just have one level of cricket. Is that a concern for you when you are looking for players for your national team when it comes to Tobago players? Are you concerned at all that the level that we play here in Tobago is not of a standard that maybe warrant a selection on the national team?
No, I wouldn't say that. Tobago, from what I've seen now and I've seen earlier in the T20, they are talented players. Mm-hmm. They have players with raw talent. I think what they need to do is to now harness this talent with proper. I would like to suggest probably a parallel system with Trinidad. So like currently we have players doing physical work for this month here, preparing for the trials and so in August, and probably parallel if we could get the Tobago guys also doing the similar fitness work, because it will be very difficult to leave Tobago and come down to join the system with those guys and to really get in, especially physically. We are now running with the West Indies board fitness program. So that it'll be nice to see a sort of parallel system up here, so that if after these 3 games here, this Tobago team here could be kept together and have training and physical work and all that. So when we call on players now, they will come down and fit in easier into the system in Trinidad.
Yeah, I think that's a wonderful initiative, in fact, because you know, it's no secret that a lot of persons here in Tobago, they believe that the Tobago players they don't get the same opportunity as those in Trinidad. And I'm really happy that the TTCB, in collaboration with the TCA, would have organized these matches so that, you know, the Tobago players can actually be seen over a series of matches and not just a weekend of trials. And it's always important to see players not just about scoring runs and taking wickets, but the body language in different situations. So I'm really happy and delighted that you are here to see not just Tobago players, but of course these guys as well.
I think it's something that Tobago players could look forward to now, you know, if it's an annual affair. In terms of knowing that they play the 40 over and the T20s. You know, I'd really like to see increase the 40 overs to 50 overs. And, you know, and they could be recognized now to get selected on a Tobago select team where, you know, where you're in contention, you know, you have the best of the best outside there from Tobago. And in contention now of being selected to train with the Trinidad team, to put up your hand and to get selected on the Trinidad Red Force team.
Yeah. And just before I let you go, disappointed with how the 4 days ended for you guys?
Yeah, a big disappointment. We had a briefing and, you know, we worked out the situations and where we fell short, so that, you know, we'll ensure that doesn't happen again. You know, so that it was disappointing after the start we had, and then they had the break. But as I say, you know, we have recognized where we fell short, and we would ensure that it doesn't happen again. And hence, you know, right now we have, with the players and myself, we have agreed that training now we train 4 days a week now. We'll be training from 9 to 2 o'clock. You know, we have different plans. You know, players that come to train now from 9 to 2 and train from 9 to 2. Not, you know, the two opening batsmen bat first and that's it for them for the day.
Yeah.
Each player will be given a program that they have to complete for the day, and they can't leave practice until that program is completed. So that, you know, they, in terms of batting, bowling, fielding, catching, you know, physicals, whatever it is, they will have to do that drills by themselves or with another player, and when they complete it, then their practice is finished.
So those were some of the takeaways from this 4 days tournament. You think that those were some of the areas that you failed in terms of probably players not batting long enough, concentration not there?
I think we realized that we fell long is the preparation. You know, the first 2 games, you know, we had a series of practice matches, 5 or 6 practice matches. 4-day games before that. The second rounds we only had 1 3-day game that we could have played because of the amount of cricket that was being played and the availability of facilities. And then when we actually got together as a team, you know, the rain prevented us from practicing outside. You know, we were confined to the indoor nets, and, you know, so it was difficult. And as I say, you know, the little lack of preparation is where we fell short in the second rounds of games.
Yeah. And finally, you're also the coach of the national under-19 team, and we have young Orlando James here. Your thoughts on Orlando James?
No, I'm the chairman of selectors of the under-19 team.
The coach of the
no, the coach is Amin Fortuné.
Okay.
I was coach up to 2019.
Okay. So this.
But you know, Orlando is a good talent. You know, he's an aggressive batsman.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think he's gotten much opportunity. And under 19, you know, basically he was selected from what we saw outside the under 19 because he was injured during the under 19 trials. He got an injury playing for an under 19 select team in the same Premier League here. But we think that he's an excellent talent, and, you know, we look forward to him doing well and you know, doing both Trinidad and Tobago proud in the upcoming tournaments.
Yeah. Coach Man, thank you so much, and I really hope that you are impressed over the free match series, and then of course some of our players can get into that national setup as well.
Yeah, I hope so. I really hope so, yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay, welcome.
So of course we have been speaking with the coach of the Red Force team, national coach, Mr. David Furlong. A wonderful atmosphere here at the Shaw Park Recreation Ground. At the end of 10 overs completed here at the Shaw Park Recreation Ground, Tobago Marlins 53 without loss. Jason Passard on 17 from 27 balls. And Ashon Paye, the hard-hitting batter, on 27 from 34. And you have seen the introduction of a spin, Jai Paul now from the complex end. And a good rotation of strike between these two batters. And I heard Coach David Furlong speaking about the rotation of strike. That's down the gong, and this one, that's dropped there. And that's the first chance given by the Marlins and not taken. I can't make who is the fielder down there at mid-off. That was an opportunity there for the first wicket by in the Trinidad Premier 11 and not taken. And Ashton Pale lives to fight another day. This is tight stuff here by Jai Paul. And no stranger to this level of cricket. He has been around for a while at the Premier level. And Jason is hitting this one out to the mid-wicket boundary. He's going to roll into a good feeling there. Good stop. They get one. And they're going to get two now. And that's a good feeling out there in the mid-wicket boundary. And two more runs to Jason Posada and Domingo Marlins. Always good to see, batters adjust their game. Whether it's spin or pace. So both batters, they seem to be very efficient against pace and spin. And over the years, Tobago's batters were said to have a deficiency when it comes to spin bowling. It's a good delivery there by Jai Paul to bring to an end over number 11. And at the end of over number 11, they score 57 without loss. Marlins are batting here. Posada on 20 and Ashton Pear, man from Mason, on 28. C. Paul continuing here from the complex end over number 12. Let me say good afternoon once again also to Iraq Thomas. Thanks for joining the live. Also out there in the United Kingdom. It's a good delivery there by C. Paul. Well played there by Ashton Pear. And he seems set for a really big score here, Ashton Pear. A big guy. I hope I don't give him the commentator's curse though. Swing and a miss there by Pear. Good work here behind the stumps by Adrian Ali, the captain of this team. And here's a long off and a long on. A man on the deep cover. Also a man on the mid-wicket boundary. 4 players out of the 30-yard circle. Tight stuff here by C. Paul. Trinidad Premier 11 trying to tighten things here for a really good start by the Marlins team. Ashton Pierre. Swinging down the ground and down the ground to Sharon Lewis.
Why you throw the ice in the one? What I'm going on? What about Andy?
That's a lovely shot there by Ashton Pierre. It's a bit heavy up there because we had the rain this morning, and of course over the past 4 days, so the outfield is a bit on the heavier side. And 2 runs taken there by Pierre. Nice control shot. And the fielder down there, he is kind of in between, not really on the boundary. I think he's right back now. Sent back there by Captain Adrian Ali. Pierre is swinging this one high there. Is this one going to go? It's over the boundary. 6 runs again there to Ashton Pierre. Now that's his second maximum. You don't want to give him that room at all. Once he is able to free his arms, he's going to take that opportunity. Another big shot there by Ashton Pierre. And truly before he looks like he's in for the long haul. He's now on to 37 from 43 balls. 4 fours and 2 sixes. He's swinging again. And this time he goes, he's bowled. And that's the end of Ashton Pierre. Going for another big one. Excellent comeback there by Jaipal. At the end of Ashton Pierre. A really good start here by Ashton Pierre and Jason Prasad. But Pierre has to go now for a well-played 37. He's now 66 for 1 into over number 13.
Wait, let me get you back. For the organization partner.
So welcome back. A new batsman here for the Tobago Marlins team is Kellen Lynch. And he replaces Ashon Pear. Lynch, a really good playoff spin. That was a good comeback there by Jaipal after being struck for a 6. Ashon Pear in the cricketing world, people will say he got greedy. Nice and tight there from Kenan Lynch starting his innings here, and that's the end of, I think it's over number 13. Scores 66 for 1. Jason Prasad still there on 20 from 32 balls. Namir Seapol and Ricky Jaipal pulling things back here for the Trinidad Premier 11. Wonderful atmosphere here at the Shaw Park Recreation Ground. I spoke to Sigoni at the Met Office, and she told me that we're not going to have any more rain for the day. So that's good news for those who want to come down to the Shaw Park Recreation Ground. Remember, it's free. It's always better seeing it up close and personal. Seapol to continue. That's a lazy shot there by Jason Prasad. And beats the outside edge and taken nicely there by Adrian Ali. And beaten once again by Prasad. Seapol striking this one better, much better effort there by Prasad. He gets a single out there to deep cover. Move the score now to 67. And if it's one thing about this venue, the players, they need to be refreshed very often. It's very humid. And even though this ground is situated close to a beach, it's above sea level. It makes a really good venue for pitchers, I must say. Some adjustment to the field here. And Keelan Lynch, a new batsman here. Played for Scarborough Mason all this season. Lynch down the ground and down to a long on. A single taken there. He's off the mark now. This is really tight stuff, I must say, by Namir Seapol and Ricky Jaipal. A lovely shot there by Prasad. Looking. Another single taken, but Prasad is looking really good off the front foot. And at the end of over number 14, the score is 69 for 1. Yes, we have things professionally set up here by Tobago Sports Live. And Crick HQ. Big up to my scorer, Tracy Caldera and Tenil Trim. Bringing to you all the scores live. And umpire Lester Arling is signaling that we're going to have a water break after this over. I am going to take a water break as well. I saw they have banana and watermelon, so I'm going to get some of that. And Jaipal to continue from the complex end. Shout out to Dwayne Murray, he's also on the live. Man from Shaunersville in Tobago. Should have been here today. I'm not too sure why he isn't. I often refer to him as one of the best wicket keepers in Tobago, Dwayne Murray, alias Figo. Oh, that's the end of a Jason Posada. A really tame dismissal. I'm backing away and hitting this one straight to cover. The end of Jason Posada. After a really, really good start, he worked really hard for this innings. Jason Posada, 22 from 36 balls. But you got the feeling in the over before that he was tiring a bit. And that was a really weak shot. And brought his demise. The end of Jason Posada and the fall of the second wicket for Tobago Marlins. 69 for 2 over number 15 in progress here. A new batsman running out there is our recently installed national under 17 and under 19 player, Orlando James. Orlando James, the new batsman here for the Tobago Marlins team. So after a really good start, 2 quick wickets here for the Trinidad Premier 11, pulling things back nicely. 69 for 2. And Jaipal with his second wicket, getting the 2 openers. Orlando James, aggressive by nature, but has a really good head on his shoulders here. Love to see him get a really good score here. New batters appear, in fact, Lynch and James, Orlando James, the younger brother of Joshua James. And he's gone! Jaipal with another wicket. And it's the end of Orlando James. 2 balls faced. And Jaipal is pulling things back here for Trinidad Premier 11. 3 wickets to his name. And he gets the big wicket there of Orlando James. And he goes without scoring. Welcome back, and the new batsman here for Tobago Marlins is Leison Charles. 69 for 3, all 3 wickets to Ricky Jaipal. And that's another loud appeal. This time umpire Lester Alling keeps that all-important index finger to his side. John Charles considered a senior member of this squad now. They have some rebuilding to do. That's the nature of cricket. A seesaw battle. A good start by the opening batters, Prasad and Pierre. But 3 quick wickets by Jaipal. And it's back to level pegging. Good tight stuff here by Ricky Jaipal. He's given away nothing. And that's the end of over number 15. At the end of it, Tobago Marlins 69 for 3. A new batsman out there, Kellen Lynch and Dejon Charles. We're going to have our first water break. So we're going to take a break and we're going to come right back.
Tobago, it's your turn. The N3ATT hosts its 2022 National Junior Championships at the Dwight York Stadium on July 9th and 10th at 10 a.m. on both days. Admission $40. Children under 12 are free. Come see the best junior athletes from across Trinidad and Tobago, including those from the 2022 Carifta Games. This is the last opportunity for athletes to attain the qualification standard for the World Under 20 Championships to be held in Cali, Colombia from August 1st to 6th. Tobago, come out and support the National Junior Championships, July 9th and 10th at the Dwight York Stadium. Tobago, it's your turn. The N3ATT hosts its 2022 National Junior Championships at the Dwight York Stadium on July 9th and 10th at 10 a.m. on both days. Admission $40. Children under 12 are free. Come see the best junior athletes from across Trinidad and Tobago, including those from the 2022 Carifta Games. This is the last opportunity for athletes to attain the qualification standard for the World Under 20 Championships to be held in Cali, Colombia from August 1st to 6th, Tobago. Come out and support the National Junior Championships, July 9th and 10th at the Dwight York Stadium.
Yes, so welcome back, welcome back. I told you guys I'm gonna take a water break as well. I got my watermelon and my banana. So I'm back and saw a lovely bong today by Kenan Lynch. Really good player of spinners, Kenan Lynch. You would have had a stint some years ago with Central Sports in the Premier Division in Trinidad. Tight stuff here by Ricky Jaipal. He's giving away nothing. And you have to do really good to beat him off his length and line. A single taken there, and that brings to an end over number 17. The score 75 for free. Batters at the crease, Kenan Lynch and Dejon Charles. And if you're looking to identify who is who, Charles is the taller of the two. He has on the cap, and Lynch with the helmet on. 75 for free.
At the end of over number 17, we scored 75 for free. 75 at the end of over number 17.
See Paul to continue. There's a punch there by Lynch. He's starting to get those feet moving. Very good off the front and back foot. And look out for that shot just behind point. He gets back and he plays it very late. He can also use his feet and come down the gong as well. Another big sweeper of the ball. He's more of a, I liken him to Michael Bevan. He picks up the ones and twos, and in between he gets the boundaries. Tight stuff here by Anamir C. Paul. So good afternoon to Uthman Mohammed on the live as well. And punching this one down to mid off. No run and offer there. Really tight stuff here by Jai Paul. And you expect that with the off spinner taking the ball away from the left-handed batter, some difficulty will be posed there. C. Paul is keeping it very tight. Still looking for his first wicket. And Lynch attempts a sweep there, and this is going to be the first maiden of this innings here. A really tight over ball there by C. Paul. At the end of over number 18, the score remains on 75 for free. And the batters at the crease, Lynch and Charles.
The end of 18 overs. Score remains on 75 for free. In case you're just joining us, the batters at the crease, Colonel Lynch and Dejon Charles.
Apologies for the break in play there. But the end of Dejon Charles. Pulled there by the new bowler. And forgive me for the pronunciation if I have it wrong here. Sachuan Rambaran. The Trinidad Premier 11 bringing, in fact, pulling back this game really nicely here. Another big wicket for Tobago Marlins. The experience of Dejon Charles was needed to really have a good partnership out there with Kenan Lynch, but Charles has to go. Bowled by Rambaran. And it's always said that spinner is the weakness of the Tobago players. And it's proving. And it's proving to put this right here today. After an excellent start. It has been all spinner. Pulling things back here for the Trinidad Premier 11. The new batsman here looks like Kevon Samuel. And Kevon Samuel plays for Police CC here in Tobago. Seven for 4. And Shaturan Rambaran, the new bowler here. And he starts well for the Trinidad Premier 11. After a wonderful start there in a spot of bother here now. This could be close and it's trouble. And looking at the square leg. And he got back there, Kevon Samuel. What a close call there for Tobago Marlins. And after having witnessed some really good running between the wickets earlier, that was close to being the first run out in this match, and Samuel got back in time. Umpire Steve Kennedy not making that a dreaded decision there. And Samuel's there's a bit of nerves there, trying to get off the mark immediately. Samuel says it's 1 over and he's gone. Having survived that run out, he departs, looking to get off the mark with that big one. And Rambaran with 2 wickets in the over. And now Tobago Marlins seriously in a spot of bother. 7 for 5 now. And let me remind you that they would have had a partnership of over 50 for the first wicket. 5 wickets now down. 77 runs on the board. And that was a poor shot there by Kevon Samuel. Not the shot you want to play when your team is 77 for 4. And when you have just arrived. Yes, so a new batsman for the Tobago Marlins, Leon Lezama. Lynch still there. He's on strike here to see Paul. Down the gong. I told you he's really good down the gong. He likes to use his feet. Looking for two. Not two there. A new batsman here, Leon Lezama. I can tell you, if ever the Tobago team needs a big score from Lezama, it's today. He has the ability to score big. Very experienced. But have played in the UK. Played for Mary Boys in Trinidad as well over a period of time. A very talented batsman is Leon Lezama. And this season he played for Airports Authority. You normally see him with the Club Crusoe team here in Tobago, but this season he took his talents to Airports Authority. He had a really quiet season for Airports Authority. He want to get some runs on the board here. Lots at stake for both teams. I can tell you that the Trinidad Premier 11, none of the contracted players by the cricket board, they are here today. A new bunch of players. And you heard from the coach David Furlong earlier. He's seeking to widen the pool when it comes to ensuring that the best set of players represent the country. And a spot on the national team is at stake for the Super 50 later this year. So these bunch of players out of the Trinidad 11, none of them contracted, so a completely new team. Rambaran very tight, and another mix-up. Another mix-up there once again. It's good to see that they are looking for the singles, but you gotta be very calculated when you're taking those risks. The situation demands the rotation of strike and keep the score ticking, but you don't want to do that when it's not on and have an unnecessary or an unforced run out. And these two players, they need to bat as deep as possible. And Adrian Ali doing some adjustments to the field, and he's sensing seizing the moment here is Adrian Ali. And utilizing only 3 players outside the circle, outside the 30-yard circle. A lot of closing feelers. And trying to keep the pressure on the Tobago Marlins. Punching there is Lynch, and this time they're going to get a single off a misfield. So good afternoon to Kalisha Daniel and Michael Pinky Ramsey, Govinda Ram Logan, all the guys on the live. Good time stuff here by Rambaran. 2 wickets in his first over. Looking to add to that. And Lezama looking to put on a really good partnership in here now with Lynch. They need it. And that's the end of the over. And the end of over number 21. They score 79 for 5. And see Paul continuing from this pavilion end, very tight. No wicket to his name as yet. Lynch is putting this one high. And it goes for 6. That's a big shot there by Kellen Lynch. He's not known for sixes, but that was an impressive shot off the back foot. It was a bit short. Lynch punks on that one. He broke the shackles there of the tight spell of bowling by C. Paul and Rambaran. That's a big shot there by Kellen Lynch. And this time he gets it out there to, that looks like square leg, deep square leg, yes. A single taken there. That's a really top shot there by Kellen Lynch. And Lizama covering this one up nicely. Still trying to find his feet out there. Picking up the pace of the pitch, it bonks. Very important when you start the innings. This time he's sweeping. A top shot there by Lizama. And he's going to run close to the boundary. In fact, only 2 runs taken there. But that was a really good shot. You see Paul straight in length there in line. And there was Lizama using all his experience to get 2 runs. Already 9 runs taken in this over. Partnership is important right about now. As I'm punching this one, and I'm gonna get a single out there to deep cover. And that brings to an end over number 22. And at the end of it, Tobago Marlins 89 for 5. Lizama on 3 and Lynch on 17. Getting a move on now is Kellen Lynch. That's how much striking this one. The spectators catch a call that one. So now Mayor C. Paul would have completed the spell of 8 overs. Impressive spell of 8 overs. No wickets, 21 runs, 1 maiden. Good spell there by C. Paul, the off spinner. Rembrandt into his 3rd over here. 2 wickets for 3 runs so far. Very tight. And Lizama is covering this one up. He's still looking to play himself in. Is it Lizama? He has the experience. And he understands that he needs to get a big one here today. Tight stuff here by Rambaran. And no whiff. Length isn't there. Always good to respect good bowling. And then striking this one down the gong is Lizama. He gets a single out to long on. And get the feeling that in Tobago Marlins team, for the next 10 overs or so, they need to do a lot of that. This rotation of strike. Good shot there. Actually, he loves that shot off the back foot. And playing it as late as possible. I call him the Tobago Michael Bevan, Kellen Lynch. Before you look, he's on 20 or 30 easily as 1, 2, 3. He's punching this one this time, but can't beat the ring of feelers there by Asian Ali. And that's the end of over number 23. The score 92-5. The new bowler is Navin Bidesi. That's a top shot there by Lizama. I told you he's trying to play himself. Having Bidesi, a new bowler here. And takes the score now to 98, so 2 short of that 100 mark over number 24. $98 for 5 over number 24. That's the end of Lizama.
Tobago, it's your turn. The N3ATT hosts its 2022 National Junior Championships at the Dwight York Stadium on July 9th and 10th at 10 a.m. on both days. Admission $40. Children under 12 are free. Come see the best junior athletes from across Trinidad and Tobago, including those from the 2022 Carifta Games. This is the last opportunity for athletes to attain the qualification standard for the World Under 20 Championships to be held in Cali, Colombia from August 1st to 6th. Tobago, come out and support the National Junior Championships, July 9th and 10th at the Dwight York Stadium.
New batsman is Josh Telemark. So 9. Maybe they see the new bowler from the complex end.
A new batsman, Josh Telemark. Over number 24. And the Trinidad Premier 11 pull things back nicely here. No wickets at a regular interval. And Josh Telemark, another of our up-and-coming exciting players with that distinctive red helmet. And still an opportunity for the Tobago team to post in excess of 200 runs. These guys can bat, and you have seen what Kenan Lynch is capable of. And if it is that he can have company from Josh Telemark, I think batting out the overs very, very important and very crucial for the Tobago team. They'll want to put a very good score on the board to give the bowlers something to bowl at, to ensure that this game is quite competitive. Still 98 for 6. Quick single this time. He tried so many times to drop and run there with Kenan Lynch, and this time he has a partner who was very quick on his feet there. That's Josh Telemark. He has this kind of strong man kind of look. This is Telemark. I think he graduated this year from Bishop's High School. Always at the Shaw Park Recreation Ground training is Josh Telemark. Takes his cricket very seriously. And you always want to see these guys perform. You always want to see them happy as young players. Very tough sport is cricket. That's a top shot. I told you about the talent of this guy. Excellent shot there. And looking for 2 runs, and 2 beautiful runs there by Josh Telemark to get off the mark. And that's the 100 up for the Tobago team. Josh Telemark on strike here. Tight stuff here Covering his wicket nicely is George Telemark. Over number 25 in progress here of 40. At the end of over number 25, and the score 101 for 6.
For 6, Lego Marlins.
Easy to continue from the pavilion end. Lynch is right behind that one, and he watches the ball right into the bat. One of the key to playing spin bowling. Punching this one, and this one is going to run very close to the boundary. That's a top shot there by Kenan Lynch. It's shot of the day. Off the back foot, punch away for 4. When he moves on now to 24, Kenan Lynch. Right behind that one. And he watches the ball right onto the bat. A very unassuming batsman. Never in a hurry. He's striking that one powerfully down the gong. They're looking for 2 runs here. They get one. And that's a brilliant feeling down there, the long on boundary. It looks like Dexter Sween. Adjustment to the field there. And that's going to be a wide. And that's with the umpire's signal. And wide, so 2 wides taken off that one. And that's going to help the cause of the Tobago Marlins team. And now coming into this game, coming into this series, and knowing what's at stake, personally, and from a Tobago standpoint, you'll want to be very competitive. And just punching this one, no run taken. And already you can see he's very much comfortable on the back foot. Quick single taken. Leg by signal by umpire Steve Kennedy. Stylish signal there by Stephen Kennedy. And that brings to an end the over number 26. And the end of over number 26 is score 101 for 6. Lynch on 25 and Telemark on 2.
At the end of over number 26, score 109 for 6.
And 14 overs remaining to complete this innings of Trinidad Premier 11. And the best place to be right now is in the pavilion. It's very hot out there. I think at the 30th over we're going to see our second water break. It looks to be Ricky Jaipal back into the attack. And Jaipal to Lynch. That's down the gong. Gets a single. And it's safe to say that Lynch is set at this time. He's looking for a partner to take Tobago to a competitive total. 14 overs, still a lot of overs. And that's a streaky single taken there by Telemark. Off the inside edge. Not sure he intended it to go that way, but it's a run nonetheless. And Tobago would take that one. It's well played by Lynch. He loves that shot. And looking for two here. Not on offer. And a good call there by Kellen Lynch. That could have spelled trouble if they had gone for that second run. You know, the old folks would tell you 1-1 is full basket. And we welcome Emil Telemark, father of Just Telemark on the live. Telemark is punching this one on his field there by the big man, Sweeney. He's in the business area there, I can tell you. These two young players, they love hitting the ball behind point or in the point region. Telemark is hitting this one high. His high there is going to take some catching. He's going to take some catching and he's dropped short. I'm not sure where he intended to hit that one. And he's lucky enough not to get to a fielder. And one run taken. He's an aggressive young player. Just Telemark. He's in and around the national setup as the junior teams. Lynch is really looking good behind those deliveries. The end of over number 27. According to my scorer, the score 113 for 6.
The end of 27 overs, the score 113 for 6. Back as a decrease, Kevin Lynch and Just Telemark. $13 overs remaining. Remember, the game has been reduced to 40 overs. 113 for 6. What's going to be the final score here at the Tobago Marlins? Yes. Let me welcome former coach of the Trinidad and Tobago Soccer Warriors, Mr. Clinton Sinclair. Thank you so much for being with us here today.
Ramban has switched ends.
The ball here is Ramaran. Switch ends.
This is one. Is it down the ground by Just Telemark? A really good shot there. And then you can see that he loves hitting it in the air. Just Telemark. If you fail at the first attempt, you try and try and try again. But he's getting closer to the boundary. Right behind that one. These young players these days, not much patience at all. Nice and tight by Rambaran. Not giving anything away. I love the aggression. And you can see these spinners these days in the world's cricket stage. Very aggressive. Rambaran looks like a feisty player. Down the gong again by Telemark. He loves it in the air. And this time it's dropped this time. He finally found the fielder, but not taken there by Sweeney. And Judge Telemark, he seems to be in a hurry here. And the fans here encouraging him to bat on. And gets a single. And he retains a strike, and it's all action here from Judge Telemark. At the end of over number 28, he scored 118 for 6. Telemark on 9 and Lynch on 27.
At the end of over number 28, he scored 118 for 6. Josh Telemark on 9 and Kenan Lynch still there on 27.
And Jaipal will continue from the complex end. Into his 7th over is Jaipal. Figures are 3 for 28. This time he is caught. And he had a really tough time out there, Josh Telemark. And he goes for 9. And Tobago now down to 118 for 7. Another soft dismissal there. And Jaipal now 4 wickets to his name.
Tobago, it's your turn. The N3ATT hosts its 2022 National Junior Championships at the Dwight York Stadium on July 9th and 10th at 10 a.m. on both days. Admission $40. Children under 12 are free. Come see the best junior athletes from across Trinidad and Tobago, including those from the 2022 Carifta Games. This is the last opportunity for athletes to attain the qualification standard for the World Under 20 Championships to be held in Cali, Colombia from August 1st to 6th. Tobago, come out and support the National Junior Championships, July 9th and 10th at the Dwight York Stadium.
That was bowled by Ricky Jaipal and caught by Navin Bidesi in short cover. New batsman Ansel Level. Over number 29 in progress here of 40 overs.
We say welcome back. A new batsman Ansel, the captain. Over number 29 in progress here. 118 for 7. Ricky Jaipal into his 7th over. 4 wickets to his name for 28 runs. Looking for 5 wickets to his name now. Always an accomplishment for a bowler. Taking 5 wickets. 5 or more wickets. And if you assess his bowling in this match, he has mixed it up really nicely. 1 and 2 deliveries he would have strayed on the fuller length and was punished. But for most part, he was right there. That's a very good delivery. Right on the spot. And if you have batters not willing to use their feet, it's going to become even more hard to get him away. Tight stuff here by Ricky Jaipal on the Trinidad Premier 11. Looking to finish off this innings here. Over number 29. And Captain Ansinel negotiated that over by Jaipal, the danger man, at the end of over number 29. The score 118 for 7, Tobago Marlins.
At the end of 29 overs, 118 for 7.
Ramban to continue here for the Trinidad Premier 11. Lynch is still out there and trying to get his team to a good total. He seemed to be the only batter that would have adjusted to the spinners. He would have played both the left arm spinner and the off spinner really well. He's in punching again. He loves that shot. He gets one. You're looking for 2. And there's not an offer there. The score moves to 119 for 7. And this is the 30th over. And let's see how Antil Ned, the captain, and let's see how he will approach this innings here. There's a man out there set. Second afternoon to Kisan Dylan Norega. Also Jaron Alfred on the live as well. So that was a swipe across the line by Ansel Ned. You don't need that at this time. Still 10 overs to play in this innings here. Kenan Lynch, the man set. He needs that company right now. He needs that support. And Captain Anson Ned, with so much experience, played so many years in Trinidad with Wanderers. Played with Caldrak as well. That hits in the air. This time he makes connection, and this time he gets a 6. The captain of CRB United, that's Anson Ned. He made contact with that one. That one came up the middle. And that's the third 6 of the innings there for Tobago Marlins. And this Marlins team reminds me of the West Indies team. They don't care about singles. It's hit or miss. Now that was a good strike there by Ansel Ned. A timely hit. And that's the end of over number 30. And 125 for 7.
At the end of 30 overs, 125 for 7.
That was a good shot there by Anson to end over number 30. And can he keep it up? Lynch still out there. Jaipal into his final over. Lynch watchful right behind that one. And if they are smart, they'll want to see Jaipal off here now. 4 wickets, his name is Ricky Jaipal. And this is his final over. A ring of feelers set here by Adrian Ali. Very watchful is Lynch. Not in a hurry. And I think the situation of the game warrants that approach from Lynch. 3 wickets remaining for the Tobago Marlins team. The bowlers to come. Lynch is striking this one nicely. And looking for a single and going to get it easily. This is a wonderful innings here by young Kellen Lynch. Very attractive on the eyes here, Lynch. It's something that we have struggled with in the Caribbean. The players not really competent when it comes to playing spin bowling. And that is right behind that one. This is a final over here from Jaipal, looking for 5 wickets to his name. I'm told that we have a Man of the Match award, a trophy, and something to be given in an envelope. Oh, here comes again Captain Anson. He tees off. That one has gone for a bat. Down in the sea. Ansel Ned. They call him Nederific. He loves that golf swing. And he made connection once again. Captain Anson, 260 is his name. Can he continue here for Tobago Marlins? That's a big shot there by Anson Ned. Last over by Jaipal or not, he's going to have a swing. Jaipal comes back and that's really good batting. Excellent batting. That was a really good over here by the Tobago Marlins team in the context of the game. And that's the end of the spell by Jaipal. At the end of over number 31, the score 133 for 7. Tobago Marlins. $133 for 7. 9 overs remaining in this innings here. And Ricky Jaipal completed the spell of 8 overs. 4 for 36. Rambaran to continue from the pavilion end. Excellent cricket here by Ansel Ned. Using all his experience. And I told you he would have spent a number of years at the highest level in the Trinidad circuit. He's back here as captain of this Tobago Marlins team. And he would tell you anytime you see him of that final ball 6 in St. Vincent to win that game for Tobago Marlins. Umpires are fixing the umpire Stephen Kennedy. That's another quick single there. And let me shout out to Mark Diallo and JP Michael. We call him Nashi out of Guyana. He's also on the live. Mr. Raymond Roberts. Welcome. This one is it high there. He tries to tee off again here, Ned. And that's dropped. And Tobago Marlins will be very happy with that dropped attempt there. And Ned looking for another maximum. Score 136 for 7. Punch away there by Lynch. And don't forget you can follow live scores on Quick HQ. Quick HQ. Punch again. He's very good off the back for this Kenan Lynch. And that's the end of over number 32. And at the end of over number 32, Tobago Marlins 136 for 7. Kenan Lynch on 30 and Anson Ned on 15.
At the end of 32 overs, the score 136 for 7. Lynch on 30 and Ned on 15.
Tobago, it's your turn. The N3ATT hosts its 2022 National Junior Championships at the Dwight York Stadium on July 9th and 10th at 10 a.m. on both days. Admission $40. Children under 12 are free. Come see the best junior athletes from across Trinidad and Tobago, including those from the 2022 Carifta Games. This is the last opportunity for athletes to attain the qualification standard for the World Under 20 Championships to be held in Cali, Colombia from August 1st to 6th. Tobago, come out and support the National Junior Championships, July 9th and 10th at the Dwight York Stadium.
Next, Maxwin back into the attack. 3 overs for 24 runs. Ashon Pierre took a liking to him. Top shot there by Ned, no run.
Yeah. Green and orange. It's Sweden and Maxi. Yes, Sweden. There's a Sweden alone here. Dexter Sweden.
A single taken there. Score now 137 for 7. And Dexter Sweeney, your brother of Dwayne and Darren Bravo. That's a lovely shot there by Kenan Lynch. 1 run taken. I think that deserved the 4 runs. And Lynch really looking the part here I'm sure that Coach David Furlong has been impressed with the approach from Kellen Lynch. He has occupied the crease, rotated the strike when it was an offer. Just need that support from his partners. That's another good shot there by Hansel Ned. You've seen the plan here from Sweeney. Back of a length, taking it away from the left-handers. Bowling to his field, his swing. He was taken apart by Hashampere earlier. A good shot again by Lynch, no run. And that's the end of the over. End of 33 overs, 139 for 7.
The end of over number 33, the score 159 for 7. Lynch on 31 and Ned on 17.
A new bowler is Sharon Lewis, the opening bowler. He's back here. He's CPL player. He's going to play for the Trinbago Knight Riders this season as an emerging player. Yeah, big up the Trinbago Knight Riders. So that powerful team selected. And Lewis starts with a wide. Yeah, so I think the CPL this year is going to be one of the most competitive CPLs ever. 10 years in. I'm liking the Royals. They have a really good set of players. I think they have all the bases covered this time around. It's left to be seen if they can string a good performances. I think it's often taken for granted, the chemistry in a team. You can have all the talent in the world. If you're not together, well, there's no chemistry in the team, and I don't think you will have what you are after. And I think that's the reason why most of the successful franchises around the world, they normally maintain or retain their core players. And you have seen it time in and time out from the Trinbago Knight Riders, the Guyana Amazon Warriors as well. For started by Sharon Lewis. And it's also good that the CPL, the organizers of the CPL, and they have these emerging players, these emerging West Indies players. And big up to Joshua James out of Tobago. He's going to be playing with the Jamaican Talabas once again. We are hoping that he has more playing time this time around. That's a good delivery there by Lewis. And this is another opportunity for all these players to put their skills to the test. So much cricket to be played, so much money to be made from cricket. It's not considered a career. It used to be seasonal cricket. It's now year-round. And Leonard looking for the big shot there. He lost his shape a bit there, but still able to get a single. And you see him in a bit of discomfort there. I think he injured his right thumb during a training session, so he's breathing the pain and coming out here to support the West Tobago Marlins team. It's a good comeback here by Sharon Lewis. And if you look at him, very strong. And I heard Coach David Furlong talking about fitness, keeping the players, even in the off-season, in the gym. I think I need to join that program. I'm pulling up too often. This one is hit high. It's gonna go. Oh, a valiant attempt there by the keeper. That's Adrian Ali. And another opportunity going to beg in here for the Trinidad Premier 11. And Adrian Ali is still down, the captain. Into over number 34 here. Still one delivery remaining in this over. 142 for 7. What can the Tobago Marlins post? Can they get to 200? After the 6 overs. In fact, that equates to 36 balls remaining and 37 balls remaining in this innings here. After run a ball, they will get to 178. Is that going to be enough? And Ali is back on his feet. One legal delivery remaining in this over. And I must say, I'm actually making my commentary debut here. So if you guys think I'm doing a good job, you can give me a thumbs up. I'm looking to get into the CPL. You know, cricket offers you money not only on the field of play, but also off the field of play. With your voice as well. So if you think that I am capable of getting into the CPL, let me know. I can send in my resume. It's a good delivery there to bring to an end the over number 34. Good single taken there by Ansel Ned. At the end of over number 34, the score 143 for 7. Kenan Lynch on 32 and Ned on 19.
The end of over number 34, the score 143 for 7. Kenan Lynch on 32 and Ansel Ned on 19.
And Sween to continue from the complex end. And thank you so much to JP Michael, better known as Nashi, for the thumbs up. No thank you there to Dwayne Murray out of Charlottesville. And Dwayne, I'm coming for my dolphin later, right? A swing and a miss there by Ansel Ned. And since he has been out there, he has attempted those big shots. He was able to make connection with 2. And once again, that looking for his seaside. And he sets himself here. Sweeney. That's a good delivery there. A good single taken here. That was much better. My Ned. I'm not too sure what the Tobago team has adjusted their target to. And me being in their dressing room, I would love to get to anything around 190, 200. That's a top shot there by Lynch. I get one here. And it's only going to be one. And as you can see now, we do have our cameraman on show now, so we can follow the ball. And big up to Tobago Sports Live all the time. My good friend Spanish has arrived. And that advances down the wicket there and a swing and a miss. He's looking to tee off for his final 5 overs. I am thinking anything around 200. He's thinking 220. For those shots. That's much better there by Ned. And that's a good thing that he's doing. He's attempting the big shots, but if it's not there, he's still looking to rotate the strike. And that's the end of over number 35. They score 146 for 7, so 30 legal deliveries remaining. And if they go out and run a ball, they will take their score to 176. I don't think that will be good enough on this beautiful pitch prepared by the Gong staff here. And with the short side boundaries as well. But who knows, cricket is a game of great uncertainties. Runs on the border, runs scored. And if they can score, let's say 8 runs and over, 8 by 5 is 40. I will tell them to 185. I will think that they want to score 10 runs and over to get them to 50 of the final 5, which is going to take the score to 196. So I'm taking 196 here. I am going to take 196. Lynch is already set, and we have seen that Ansel Ned can hit the big shots. But they have this guy, the CPL man, the TKR man, Sharon Lewis, to contend with. Ned on strike here. Ned is swinging this one down the gong, and he's hit the umpire Kennedy. I think that one was heading to the boundary, but stopped there by Stephen Kennedy. A powerful shot there by Ned. 1-1 taken off this over. I'm going to count these remaining 5 overs. I'm looking for 10 runs and over here. And if you're sitting this one down too long off, they get one, you're looking again. And no more than 1 run there. Got started the over. In the context of the game. And in my eyesight, I'm seeing Keyshawn Dillon with pads on. I'm not sure if he's going next. He's not known for his big hitting. That is a ball. That's a good delivery there by Sharon Lewis. The end of Ansel Ned. A ball there by Sharon Lewis. And Ned looking to go big. Looking to finish with a bang. And Sharon Lewis was up to the task here. Pulling his net back. And hit that off stump. The end of Ansel Ned for a well played. I make it 20. And Tobago Marlins 148 for 8. Making his way to the creases, Ezekiel Joffrey, the man from Speyside. So the new batsman is Ezekiel Jofield. 148 for 8. He has a set batsman out there and Kenan Lynch. I'm not sure what's the message, but if I am to send out any information, the message would be give Lynch a strike. I'm still looking at 190. Not too big of boundaries here at the Shaw Park Recreation Ground. I think one of the oldest venues in Tobago. I remember playing against Bangladesh some years ago right at this venue. Still proud of my contribution in that game. That's a good delivery there by Sharon Lewis. He's really come back well here at the back end of the innings. On 49 the score. He's fishing it. That's a wide signal there by umpire Kennedy.
At the end of 36 overs, the score 151 for 8.
That's another good shot there by Lynch. It's going on 152 for 8. Over number 37 here. 24, in fact now, 23 legal deliveries remaining in this innings here. What can Tobago Marlins put on the board? We welcome Crystal Celia. And she's rooting for Tobago Marlins. Sweener from the complex center, Ezekiel Jofield, man from Speyside. Ezekiel Jofield on strike here. And he would want to get off strike and put Lynch. He's on 36 back on strike. Lynch has been out there for a very long time. No doubt he has picked up the pace of the pitch. And he'll want to be on strike for the remainder of this innings. Another dot ball here. Not sure Tobago Marlins will like this. It's now down to the bowlers. I can tell you that Ezekiel Jofi has the ability with the bat. He played with CMB United this season. Swing and a miss again. That was a big hike to Cow Corner. 3 consecutive dot deliveries here. And this is a good over by Sweden in the context of the game. And Tobago Marlins would have played this game in 2 halves. A really good start at the beginning. And they fell away in the back end of the innings here. Another good delivery by Sweden. And that's the end of over number 57. And at the end of it, Tobago Marlins 152 for 8.
Overs completed, 152 for 8 is the score. Dylan Lynch is still out there on 36.
me know the water finish. Tell me the water finish. Tell me the water finish. Tell me the water finish.
Yes, so thanks so much for staying with us. We are into the 39th over. The score 152 for 9 And the batters out there, Keyshawn Dillon, man from Charlottesville. Lynch is still there on 46. Has been a marathon innings by Lynch. 153 now for 9. Keyshawn Dillon on striker now. No doubt you're going to see him opening the bowling for the Tobago team when they take the field. And what can he contribute to the bat here now for Tobago Marlins? I had a score of 190, but as well and truly out of the door now. A lovely shot there by Dillon. A drive off the back foot. He's going to talk about that when he go to Charlottesville later on. Scored on 154. Can they get to 165, 170? Runs on the board. Very important. The nature of cricket. You get early wickets and you're in the game again. Pulling this one high in the air. And it's going to be taking the end of a really good innings here by Kenan Lynch. That's a quick, short delivery by Dexter Swin. And the end of the innings of the Tobago Marlins team. And quite fittingly, Lynch, the man, depart for the Tobago Marlins, the last batter. I'm going to run through the scoring card for you guys in a bit. 154. So the Trinidad Premier 11, they will need 155 runs to win of 240 balls to win this first game of the free match trial series between this Trinidad Premier 11 team. An outstanding stuff by the bowlers. Remember Ricky Jaipal, he took 4 wickets. Good tight stuff once again also by Rambaran. The spinners will really peg things back for the Trinidad Premier 11. After having a good start of over 50, Ashon Paye and Jason Posad giving Tobago Marlins a good start. They fell away at the back end in the middle overs. And thanks heavily to Ricky Jaipal and Rambaran. And they shared 6 wickets between them. So they're going to join us back in around 20 minutes to 25 minutes time for the response from the Tobago. For the response from the Trinidad Premier 11 team. Hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Rambaran, 2 wickets for 24 runs from 7 overs. Those were the pick up the bowlers for the Trinidad Premier 11. So join us back in about 25 to 30 minutes time for the response from the Trinidad 11.